Hey guys, it's Phantom here. Today I'm going to do a little bit of a different video. Instead of just sitting down and talking to you guys. Well, I guess I'm still sitting down and talking to you guys, but with a Destiny video in the back. Which is actually what we're going to be talking about, is Destiny 2. So, I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that are putting up all kinds of content. I personally do not have access to as much content as some of them, but I figured I'd put one up anyway and just kind of talk to you guys about my thoughts on what's coming. So, first and foremost, we have new subclasses. There's the Gunslinger, which is making a return, the Voidwalker for the Warlocks is making a return, and the Striker is making a return. But all three of them are going to be revamped and completely redone, which is pretty cool. Because, for example, the Gunslinger, they're going to have a way to have 6 shots on their super, which is awesome because if you guys remember from the original Destiny, the Hunter shoots 6 shots and kills 6 Cabal in 1 shot. Kind of looks like the Golden Gun to me. So it's really cool that we're finally going to be able to do that, as opposed to the 3, 4, or 1 shot we've only been able to use so far. Then there's the Striker class, which is pretty cool because it's going to be more versatile. Instead of just being pure offense like it was in Destiny 1, this one, it's going to have its offensive capabilities enhanced because you can Fist of Havoc over and over again. But on top of that, you're also going to have the ability to make a shield to protect you and your allies. That's something I'm looking forward to doing, because usually if I'm a striker, it's like, well, you need my help. I mean, slam on the ground really hard and see if that works. But now it's like, oh, you need help? Cool, shield. And then we have the Warlock, which they're getting the Voidwalker, but I've only seen a few clips here and there about the Voidwalker. I've not seen any gameplay. I just know that I've seen some scenes where the Warlock throws a Void Grenade, and then there's another scene where it shows the Warlock jump up and use the Nova Bomb, which is pretty cool because I personally like the Voidwalker. It's my favorite Warlock class, and I don't even like Warlocks that much. But if I use my Warlock, that's usually the subclass I'm in. But other than those 3, we're getting 3 new subclasses. We'll start with the Titan, because I personally am a Titan player. So for the Titan, we have Sentinel, which is replacing Defender, which is pretty cool because I personally like Bubble. I like just popping my bubble and just hanging out and have my Home of St. 14 on, and then no one can see me. I'm good with that. That's fun. But it's really cool that now I can technically kind of have a bubble. I can use the shield to protect me or my teammates, but also use it offensively. Instead of just like popping the bubble and then standing at it, now I can bring out my shield and still protect my team, but then I can be involved in the damage process. Like I can throw my shield with as my super and still actually do something. I kind of felt like I was just pure defense with the Defender, which, I mean, that makes sense. They're called Defender. But with Sentinel, there's going to be all kinds of new stuff you can do, and I can't wait to play it because, like I said, I'm a Titan player. And then we have the Hunter with the Arc Strider, and that looks really fun. You're going to be able to twirl, spin, jump, all kinds of like acrobatics with a lightning staff. That is going to be fun, and I can't wait to try it out because I've seen some gameplay of it, or it's running across the bridge and just messing up everything in its path. That'll be fun to do. Yeah, I'm going to miss my invisible assassin hunter that I have in Destiny 1, but you know what? New times call for new powers, right? And then there's the Warlock, who has Dawnblade. Now, most people were a little upset about that because, you know, if you're a Warlock, it's like protocol. If you're a Warlock, you got to have self-res. Well, now you're a Warlock and you're going to have a fiery sword that you can rain fire down from above. It's going to be awesome. I love swords, so the fact that a Warlock is going to have a sword in its super might entice me more to play my Warlock, since I don't hardly ever play my Warlock. And those are just 2 subclasses for each. So the real question is, are we going to get a 3rd subclass again? Are they going to be the Sunbreaker, the Stormcaller, and the Nightstalker? Like, we find a way to get them back? Because those powers weren't given to us by the Traveler. We went to different areas to get those powers from completely different power sources. So it's going to be interesting to see if we get them back, or if Bungie's like, nah, we're just going to give you 3 new powers, which I'm cool with that. That's new stuff to learn and new stuff to try out. Um, but other than powers, well, actually, speaking of powers, I have a really major question that I don't think I've seen anyone else address. We're getting all these new powers. The light has been cut off. We have no connection to the Traveler anymore because of the Cabal. So, an interesting question is, why does Zavala and Cade and Ikora still have their powers? Because you see in the gameplay trailer for the first mission, Homecoming, you see Zavala use the bubble. You see Ikora use her Nova Bomb twice. And during the cinematic, you see Cade using the Gunslinger. Now, granted, the Gunslinger that he uses is before the Cabal use that device or that machine to cut us off from the Traveler, but still. The other two used it after. So why do they have their powers and we don't? Kind of curious about that one. Another good question is because, like, as you play through the first mission, you kind of travel through all parts of the tower. Something I didn't see, and mainly because some of the area was destroyed. Where's the factions? Where's New Monarchy? Where's Dead Orbit? Where's Future War Cult? Did they just say, "Yeah, we're out. You guys are screwed. We're gone. We're going to take our business elsewhere"? I mean, where did they go? Are they dead? Or maybe did they survive somehow with the innocent people we were trying to protect during the Homecoming mission? So it kind of raises some questions. Another one is about missing characters is, where's Eris at? Last we saw her, she was taking a piece of Oryx's sword and talking to somebody, which I don't personally know who it is. I kind of want to think it's the Queen, because I don't believe the Queen is dead. But we haven't seen her since. There's nothing about her in Rise of Iron, and like I said, she's just been gone ever since we killed Oryx. So where's she at? Another big popular one, which a lot of people have been asking, is where did the speaker go? Because when we go to get the speaker, his whole little pedestal place, it's gone. There's nothing there. So is the speaker dead? Or did he get escaped maybe? Or did he get captured perhaps? That's so these missing characters kind of have me wondering, like, are they going to play a role? Like, do we have to go get them? Or are we just saying, screw it, like, don't worry about it, they're not important? So I'm kind of curious about that. Something I am excited about is we're finally getting our very first Cabal raid, or Cabal expansion for that matter, because the first expansion was Hive, the third expansion was Hive, the second expansion was Fallen, the fourth expansion was Fallen, the vanilla was all about Vex, and now the Cabal finally get their time to shine, which I'm good with. I like the Cabal. I kind of want to know more about them. I'm not going to enjoy the fact that they take away my powers, but whatever. I think it'll be something really cool to see how they decide to make the Cabal a big threat. I mean, they're pretty much the tankiest enemies we go up against, so it'll be interesting to see with, like, these new powers and shields that they apparently have acquired and how they stack up to our powers we're going to acquire. And then another good question is, what happens to our planet? Because the Cabal is obviously on Earth, and we go to 4 totally different planets, which is cool because one of the planets is called Titan, haha. But why do we go there? Like, what happened to the planets that we were on? Like, where'd they go? What happened to them? Like, did they get destroyed? Because, I mean, we all know the Cabal, it's in the lore that Cabal destroys planets just because they're in the way. Did they wipe out our solar system before they came here, or after they took out the Traveler? Like, what happened with all that? So that's some important information that hopefully gets revealed, either in the game or before. Maybe we get a hint of what's going on. Another good thing is, well, the tower's going to be taken out, so obviously we're going to need a new social area. What's our new social area going to be? Is it going to be on Earth still? Because if we're going on all these new planets, wouldn't it make sense to have it on some of those planets, like have a social area somewhere around there? Maybe we can go to the reef still? I'm not really sure because, well, the Awoken have technically been wiped out by Oryx. So, technically, we don't have any social area after the Cabal attack us. That kind of sucks. But yeah, there's a lot of characters that are going to be missing, they're going to be gone, or just there's nothing on any gameplay or cinematics that explains where they are. So, kind of curious about all that. I can't possibly be the only one wondering some of these things because, I mean, they're really important questions. Some of these characters are very important to our evolution as a guardian. So, like, where are they at? Are they bad guys now? Are they good guys? What happened to them? But other than the fact that there's all these missing characters that we may or may not have to go find, a very important character, at least for as a player, what about Zur and the Nine? They're these super powerful beings that they send Squidface, as I like to call him. They send him every weekend to sell us rare and exotic items, armor, guns, all kinds of stuff. Well, he's not going to have a tower to go to bring us stuff. So is he going to just not be around for a while until we reestablish some kind of foothold on somewhere, a base? Then we got to send like coordinates out like, hey, we're over here now. We moved. Our new address is blah, blah, blah. And then we can use him again. I'm kind of curious. I mean, I don't use her that much. Not at least not lately. But it'd be interesting to see like if they're gonna play a role in this. Also, what about Osiris? Because Osiris is an exiled warlock, and he's not really anywhere to be seen during this either. Like, I understand he doesn't like the tower and the speaker, but I mean, he can't possibly want his planet to be wiped out by the Cabal. Be interesting to see if maybe he comes around, or maybe we get like messages for missions or something. I mean, they did say in the E3 reveal that there were going to be all kinds of new quest givers, which that one I'm really excited about. I can't wait to be strolling along and see some dude, hey, come here, I need your help, and then go do one of those lost sectors or some new area to patrol, new enemies. Like, there's just so much about Destiny 2 that I'm looking forward to, that I'm sure everybody's looking forward to, that it's just, there's not enough time, unless I want to spend like who knows how long on a video talking about it. Like, I have theories, I have ideas, all kinds of stuff. Like, what if, I don't know, for a Vex thing I've thought about, what if the Vex in the future have found a way to turn the Guardians evil? That'd be a cool idea. What if we have to fight against our own kind, like our powers, fighting against not just PvP, but PvE as well, and having to deal with that? Something they didn't do in Taken King that I thought would have been funny would have been, what if we have to fight Taken Guardians? Because the powers of the creatures that Oryx took changed their abilities. Well, that would be interesting to see, like, a Taken Warlock and what they would be able to do. But I could go on and on about ideas and theories and all kinds of stuff. But personally, Destiny 2 looks amazing. The graphics look amazing. All the detail they've put into it, the time. I mean, they've had 3 years to put this together, which I think is pretty impressive, considering that while they were doing this, they were also putting together the expansions we've had up till now. So I can't wait. September cannot get here soon enough. I already have my shit pre-ordered. already ready to go. I'm just waiting. But yeah, if you guys have anything else that maybe I didn't include, because I'm sure there's plenty I didn't include, or if maybe you guys have some answers for me, like I put up a bunch of questions and stuff I'm kind of curious about. If you guys know the answer or know where I can find the answer, leave it in the comments down below. I'd be more than happy to learn more about Destiny. I'm all about learning more about the lore and the community, and just anything you guys have, or if you have some questions of your own that maybe I didn't come across. I'm sure there's questions I didn't think of that you guys probably have. Go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and like this video if you enjoyed it. I hope you guys do, and I look forward to maybe playing with some of you guys at some point. But alright, well, like the video, subscribe for more content, and I hope you guys have a great day, and stay safe. Later.